Kagurabachi chapter 110 is here, and this is genuinely a generational chapter. I'm a swordsman guy, and the name of this chapter, the title of this chapter is As a Swordsman. Let me just get to it. The chapter begins with a panel of Chihiro's heart, and the black flames are healing it. Chihiro then basically says that Samura is risking his life here, because unlike the time Chihiro used Cloud Gouger's black lightning, Samura's Tobimune is in perfect shape, so this is just Samura himself risking his life, turning the flames black. We get a panel of Iori turning back, and it's like she senses that Samura is risking his life. She just turns back. So he has to see his daughter and, make up for lost time. This one's personal to me, man. He has to live. Chihiro then remembers, I won't let anyone die. He starts thinking, even though I have the intent, but because I'm weak as a swordsman, I failed. And we cut back to Samura on fire against the Swordmaster. And the narrator tells us that Samura's black flames surpass the Magatsumi's. The Magatsumi's like a life drain. And Shiba notes that the Magatsumi's flowers are burning up and the victims are starting to recover. Samura then tells the Swordmaster that based on your judgment, countless people who don't deserve it will die. But then the Swordmaster retorts and says, no, that's your judgment. And the Swordmaster focuses all the power of the Magatsumi's life drain on Samura. And Samura applies the full force of his black flames only to himself, as he proclaims to the Swordmaster that I'll reduce you to the brink of death and return you to your dungeon. So Samura still doesn't want to kill the Swordmaster, because that would in turn kill the other sword bearers, because they're all connected. They finally charge at each other, and as they fight, as they clash, the narrator tells us that the Magatsumi's powers are being countered by Samura's black flames. So now all that remains is two sword fighters. This is taking it back down to the origins, the roots, the fundamentals. Let's go. This is what I love, bro. There's two sword fighters going at it. And we find out that Samura managed to cut Soga's face a little, just nicked it. Oh, nobody's meeting this guy at this level except the GOAT Samura, I'm telling you. And we get a chat box that says, ever since it was entrusted the Shinochi at age 18, every duel became an execution. And Soga says, just like the old days. He's reminiscent, man. And so Soga manages to cut through Samura's eye. He just gives him a Zoro scar on his left eye. And for some reason, the narrator tells us that with his black flames, he cannot heal any wound he incurs right now. That is so... oh my god. Please, man. What the... He had to get rid of him somehow, I guess. And so the Swordmaster starts talking to Samura. He tells him, you knew this would happen. The enchanted blade you're relying on, you managed to stop it from disappearing, but you cannot regenerate it. So Chihiro will have to somehow, it's broken but it's not going to disappear, so he'll have to use his swordsmith skills this time to reforge it. And so the Swordmaster says, you're the last bastion of hope. But this time the conversation is going on in this spiritual mental plane, at the same place Chihiro was learning to cut through those bamboos. This is just like when Sojo had a mental talk with Chihiro when they were drinking tea together. So Swordmaster asks Samura, what do you expect to see from all this? Says Chihiro is inadequate in every way. Damn, slandering his own nephew. But Samura tells him that ever since he was a child, his life has been devoted to the sword, and at age 18, he had already achieved mastery. So of course, Chihiro would seem inadequate to him. But just 3 years ago, Chihiro was still forging swords. So in every way, Chihiro is just getting started. And Shiba's like, yo, Chihiro, we need to withdraw for Samura's sake. So this confirms that Samura's already going to die. Like, please stop. Hokozono, do not kill off Samura. Horizontal, don't touch him. But Chihiro doesn't move an inch. He's just staring as both Soga and Samura take their stance, their Iai stance. The narrator tells us the shock from both of them clashing is causing rubble to fly everywhere. The Magatsumi is decaying them, but Samura's black flames is restoring them. As both men draw their swords, the rubble begins to melt from the heat, and within that surreal miasma, they meet at the very apex of swordplay. And in the last page of the chapter, it shows Chihiro staring so intensely at Samura and Soga's fight. Like, the panel shows a close-up of his eyes, it's incredible. And the narrator tells us that this vision burns into Chihiro's eyes to prepare for next time to destroy the Magatsumi and slay Akamura Soga, as Soga and Samura unsheath their blades, and that's where the chapter ends. What a chapter. This was amazing. I have no words. I just love this chapter. I'm gonna stew on it, enjoy it more, and I'm still out here praying for Samura's survival. But that's all I gotta say. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace.